Hello. Hi. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus again. I'm thinking we as groups of people put a lot of emphasis on numbers today. We take polls to make decisions of actions that we are hoping might benefit us. We are taking polls to find out what way politics probably should be leaning. We want to be a part of a group, uh, believing in an athletic team, say the Cowboys or the Vikings. You know, you just choose one, and then when the game is played, when they compare and compete against one another, then you just go crazy at the excitement of the game. You've chosen a side, and you feel comfortable in that way. But when you come down to things of life, see, those are just activities that you engage to bring some satisfaction. But when you're dealing with life, these things are real. These things determine whether you're living or whether you're dying. And so I know that we all reflect what we have been trained to be, what we have been taught to be. These kinds of things happen. But I think about situations in America, ladies and gentlemen. I talk about this because this is who we are. This is where we belong, or this is where we have found ourselves. And we want, I'm sure, to get along. But for our eternity, it seems as if we've never been able to get along. I think about how our teachings have give us different thoughts, different perspectives about the here and now. For instance, we've had, and we always talk about it, we talk about it because it's negative and it's true. We talk about the taking of land, we talk about taking of freedoms. We talk about those kinds of things. And as we talk about them, we find out that there one group of people specifically that's doing this. And they're doing it, they're profiting, they're the ones that's benefiting from it, and everybody else have to suffer and go along with it regardless of numbers because they try to acquiesce power and utilize it to their advantage. You think about over 200 and some odd years in America, in the United States of America. All of these years, we've had a central pain, and I've talked about this before, central pain and suffering that has been a negative cancer on this nation. And for all of those years, regardless of the pain, regardless of the suffering, it was ignored because the system was designed at the time by those who wanted what they designed. And it benefited a certain group of people, white people. You know the story. Black people, people of color, had to suffer. You know, he's talking about, I think the expression goes, to make America great means that everybody else got to be messed up. To make America heavenly means that America has got to be hell for the masses. That's the way America reflects. That's the way she responds to the systems and the ideas that she's engaged in. And it's time that stuff stop. And when is that? Is when anyone decides that they're not going to take it anymore. It doesn't take the nation to say we're going to start doing the right thing. It would be great. You're not going to do the right thing unless the nation turns and says we're going to do it. Or a small group of you can say we're going to do the right thing and we're not going to engage ourselves in the other. Not going to really change anything. Might affect some of the policies or things that people are considering, but it's not really going to change anything. But does that matter? Or it just could be one of you, one of us, that recognizes what's going on, that sees what the answer is, and walks according to that. It doesn't matter that the whole world goes another way. As long as that one is satisfied with it, that one is satisfied, and there's nothing that the rest of the world could do to change that. I say that because I know, and you know, what is happening in our country right now is a result of all the things that have always happened in America from day one to right now. This is America. This is what America has grown to be. Out of all that she has endured, this is what she has grown to be. And a lot of people are not happy. But even though America has grown to be this way, and a lot of people are not happy, they still don't have an answer. You know, you've had these two political parties, Republican and Democrats, and they've both been in power over and over and over again during these 200 plus years. And at no time were they able to resolve the problems that keeps America from truly being a great nation, not just for white people, but a great nation for all people. And you might ask yourselves, why? You wonder. You turn to your religious orders and they tell you whatever they tell you. You know what they tell you. But most of the time, if you're going to get any real satisfaction out of this, it's going to be on the other side of life. And you think about it. You think about how in the exercise of life here in America, you have people called niggers. You have people called honkies, and so on and so forth, and that's supposed to symbolize something. But after you get through doing all that calling, which I just mentioned just for a fact, you still don't have any resolution. Question still is why? Why? Why have white people, let me ask you, why, after all of these years that you've been running things, having privileges, been in absolute power in every way, why haven't you resolved this problem of hatred, racism, and bigotry? Why haven't you resolved the suffering of poverty and crime and violence? Why haven't you resolved that? I bet you got a good answer. I bet it's because of us. It's the rest of us. I bet we are the problem. And you, in your efforts to be kind of compassionate and kind, have not been able to master this. That's strange, because in my 75 years, which is much less than a couple of hundred, I can see what's going on. But it's not just seeing what's going on. I'm sure we all can see what's going on. But I also can see fixing it. You see, when I see what's going on and want to try to bring it to you so you can understand it, I can refer to the Christian nationalism. You know what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Many of you, not everybody, have been hearing about it. You've heard about Project 2025 and how they're trying to set it up. The same white people who have over 200 and some years have been unable to resolve anything. Now I want to still just blow that power up, magnify that power by even taking more control. Isn't that something? But no real solution. They don't know what this is going to do. No. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody knows what life they desire, and that is to be satisfied. Now, their satisfaction might be different all around, but they know what that satisfaction is. And regardless of how different they might be, they still going to require the same resources that have been available to one being available to all in order to grasp the magnitude of this satisfaction that they're seeking. They want their needs, their wants, and their desires met. I'm saying it to you all the time. You want to live in peace, be prosperous and free, and joyous and happy in your life. And to express all of that, to really see it, you want to be able to live your dreams. Every human being on the face of the earth wants that. It's just that people don't know how to get that. And some people think they do. And in order to make that real, they are willing to, because they don't really know, lie, cheat, steal, kill, do anything to run the show. to abuse you thinking they're doing good, thinking they're doing the right thing. And it hasn't worked. But if each of you want to experience what I'm just sharing with you, what does it require of you? It requires that just understanding and making it all right for you to enjoy the magnificence of life. Is that being here, you contribute in the process of causing the magnificence of life to exist by participating in causing a manifestation in the reservoir of goods and services and abundance that none of not just America, but of the human race would have to suffer a lack of anything. And if you as one person know that all is required is that everybody participate in the process by having a career that they have chosen that given them that greatest joy, and they do that, and it will engage itself in the process that I've just gotten through mentioned to you, that you can experience heaven on earth, that you can experience paradise on earth. I mean, you can see that. Nobody might be able to see it. But it's one person on the face of the earth, one speck can see it. It is the duty and the responsibility of that one to shine. This little light of mine, and I'm going to let it shine. Now, depending upon how lost the nation is, it perhaps, or how glorifying this spot is, it'll come at it. But it ain't going to change anything. See, coming at the truth justifies the truth, especially to the truth bearer. There's nothing more wonderful than to stand up for truth in the shadow of death, and you fear no evil, for you know truth is with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, what I'm just telling you, you can't lose. If the whole nation could do this, could see this, heaven on earth, paradise, just like that. If a group of you could see it, then you would be able to. And if only one of you, then you will. And the rest of the nation will be just what the rest of the nation is. But you, my friends, and let me tell you, I just want to say this because I don't want to misconstrue anything. I want you to know that when you're free, truly free, you're not going to put up with bull. Your job is not to put up with bull. In other words, you're only shining when you are exposing the bull and reflecting the real. That's the only time you're shining, which means you got a job to do, a job that you have accepted, and a job that you know glorifies the power that you allow to live in you and be an expression of that which other people can't even see until you do. My. So anybody coming at you, threatening you, is one of the most beautiful things that could happen to a person on this path. So you're not worried about who's with you. Doesn't matter. The truth is with you. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for you. Till next time, goodbye.